Since last Tuesday, the winning and losing sides have been expressing their feelings. By the way, I apologize to the janitorial staff for my staff's feelings. We will clean it up. Republicans are jubilant, and that is their right. Congratulations on your win, guys. You can stop tweeting your jubilation at me personally now. Okay, thank you. Meanwhile, Democrats' feelings range from despondent to scared shitless, depending on skin tone. For the millions who voted against him, the concept of President-elect Trump has been hard to wrap their heads around, especially when wrapping your head might soon get you arrested. And they have a right to express their feelings too, peacefully and preferably while wearing one of these.
Violence erupted on the streets of Portland. Officers declaring the demonstration a riot after several people began vandalizing cars. Some protesters launched fireworks and other projectiles at police.
Oh, God damn it. There is nothing the left can't lose, including the moral high ground. If you jerks are just trying to get all your anarchy shit out of the way before President Trump gets control of the FBI, I hate to tell you this, you're too late. You just gave middle America an excuse to dismiss all these peaceful protesters as undemocratic sore losers. Thanks. Not that they were waiting for an excuse.
Colleges across the country trying to console millennials having temper tantrums after Donald Trump's historic victory. They are canceling tests, giving out free hot chocolate, offering therapy dogs, and free passes to skip class to those students who are just so upset.
The reality is they're a bunch of spoiled crybabies.
Yeah, you little pussies. Real adults only cry when their sports teams lose.
We were the best team in the NFL, and we fucking did prove it that day.
Oh, would you like a hot chocolate? Look, I know the Fox computers block access to Snopes.com, but no, exams weren't canceled because students were sad, and not for nothing, but people who are triggered whenever a person of color mentions that racism still exists do not get to mock anyone else for being a special snowflake. Maybe students are upset because, unlike the Fox hosts who came straight out of the Caucasian extrusion tubes in Rupert Murdoch's basement, today's college kids are multiracial and international and actually know people who will be hurt by a Trump presidency. Of course they're scared, especially the history majors. Look, Trump may turn out to be a great president. We don't know. If he gets our infrastructure rebuilt so pigeons don't poop on my head in LaGuardia Airport, I will cheer. But that doesn't change the fact that as of Tuesday, this guy and everyone like him thinks America agrees with them.
Don't fucking make my tortilla, motherfucker, and build that fucking wall for me! Trump! I love Trump!
I'm sorry, did you say the losers were having temper tantrums?
Civil rights groups in school districts across the country report an uptick in incidents of intimidation and harassment of minority groups and girls and women. Graffiti in North Carolina reads, "Black lives doesn't matter and neither does your vote." "Go back to Africa, make America great again" was written in a high school bathroom in Minnesota. There are millions of Americans out there, as I'm sure you know, who are frankly terrified.
Yeah, I heard your lead in there. That's terrible. That's awful. By the way, that's not Republicans. We are the party of Lincoln.
Well, you didn't mind them when they were voting like Republicans. Look, everyone on my staff has experienced or witnessed disgusting harassment this week. How are you so surprised? Has this not happened to your staff? Oh, right. Look, I know you've been too busy with the election to have your finger on the pulse, so I want to help you get up to speed. This is our mailroom, where we're printing out all the abusive, hateful, racist, sexist, threatening incidents we can verify and mailing them to Paul Ryan. Look, it's like Santa's workshop full of busy little hate-documenting elves. I'm sure the speaker would like to hear about your experience, too. Don't be rude. Just print out your story and mail it to the address at the bottom of the screen, where, unlike email, someone will actually have to open it. Maybe Speaker Ryan will have a better way to deal with the poisonous bigotry that somehow didn't stop him from voting for Steve Bannon's boss. We'll be right back.